At Saltwater Bait and Tackle in Atlantic Beach, North Carolina, you can pull up a stool at the rigging bar and watch them work. Here, spooling line on a reel is like honing a sword, because the Crystal Coast is always up for a fight. The wooden boat. It teaches us that a good thing takes time to build, just like the Crystal Coast. It's been molded and shaped over hundreds of years. The story that's written over and over here is one of generations. Families and legacies. Fathers and sons. South of the Outer Banks, the Crystal Coast is made up of 11 communities, each with their own collection of small towns. There are cool charmers like Beaufort and fishy ports like Morehead City. Casey and Cole Wagner, one of the Crystal Coast's many generational stories.
I started as a first mate on a charter boat when I was 15 years old and worked during the summers doing that. My dad would wake up in the morning and drive me over there because I couldn't drive yet, put me on a boat and pick me up in the afternoon. And so that's where I got my fishing start. I've just always had a boat or had something to go on. My son is the first mate on it and always has been. I bought this boat when he was 13 years old and started teaching him how to mate.
I'm Cole Wagner, from right here in Morehead City. Grew up here. That's about it.
That's all there is to it. That's his whole resume right there.
Starting when I was about 13, I really started getting into the mating stuff and learning how to make all the tackle and rig everything, rig all the baits, and enjoy all the technical aspects of it, getting all the exact right stuff for the exact situation and figuring out every piece to go together to make everything turn out right.
Big Rock is one of the biggest tournaments in the country. This coming year will be the 60th annual Big Rock Blue Marlin tournament here in Morehead City. Last year we had 175 boats that came and competed in it. The prize money was over $3 million. It draws huge crowds here that like to be a part of it. Even if they're not fishing or can't get on a boat, they like to be here and watch the fish being weighed in and see all the excitement and the things that go on during the week here.
Before heading offshore, there's one inshore guide who wants to show off his home waters. There's one guide who wants a chance to show off the Crystal Coast's inshore fishery. Captain Noah Lynk, owner and operator of Noah's Ark Fishing Charters. As Noah runs to Shark Island at the tip of Cape Lookout, let's review the checklist. Fast, fuel efficient, as comfortable in skinny waters as it is offshore, the Yellowfin 24 Bay. For power, the Mercury 350 Verado is quiet, responsive, reliable. The Simrad NSS 12 Evo 3 delivers HD structure scan and broadband sonar through its 12-inch multi-touch display. For rough, rugged, leak-proof, and long-lasting, it's Yeti and nothing else. Penn has the best in heavy tackle for offshore success. Frozen at -30 degrees for color and vacuum sealed, Baitmasters serves up top-notch bait across the world. Costa has been making sunglasses specifically for the saltwater angler for 30 years. A custom fiberglass replica by King Sailfish Release Mounts captures your trophy catch down to the finest detail.
Starting to look up.
The southern flounder, the fluke, the flatty, the doormat. This fish rarely exceeds 8 pounds and is widespread from North Carolina to Florida and throughout the Gulf of Mexico.
Probably 80% of the people want to catch around here these, man. They're fun to catch, and you can get back in places like this that's peaceful, it's not rough.
A left-eye bottom dweller, the flounder sports a brownish topside with a mix of black and white spots, and it can change its color to blend in with its surroundings. As a land built by the water, boat building has a long history here. North Carolina is where the custom sport fisher was born. On one end of the spectrum are low-key outfits like Harris Boat Works in Marshallburg. No website, no Facebook page, just a long-standing reputation and a landline.
It's Buddy Harris. I've been here since 56, helping my father. I'm 74 now, so it's right many years. But we build any kind of boat, commercial, it don't matter.
A shy, humble man, Buddy shares only a few thoughts and quips.
The thing is designing them is the fun, and the rest of it's not hard work. It's damn hard work.
You fished with Casey before?
He was my mate for years.
So you taught him everything he knows?
Fishing changes every year. It's not like it was back then. You know, I first started fishing, I had 168 horsepower. We was trolling 4 knots. Now we're trolling 8 on the stock, as slow as you'll go, you know. It's a different game.
On the other end of the spectrum is Jarrett Bay. A 175-acre property in Beaufort serves as its headquarters. Since opening in 1986, Jarrett Bay has constructed and delivered 90 custom sport fishers. That's 3 a year.
North Carolina is best known for its boat builders, with the Carolina Flare boat, the custom-built boat. Both here in our county, there's a lot of boat builders. It's a big tradition in this state of boat building.
Good times take time. Great things take even longer. It's midsummer, and the offshore bite has been on fire. The gear is prepped, the boat is ready. Casey and Cole wait for inspiration to strike. Saltwater bait and tackle is the Wagner family's spot. Owner Matthew Zook rigs up the gear. Matthew's father, a longtime captain in the area, raised him on the water.
This is the tail fish that we won the Big Rock Blue Marlin tournament with 3 years ago. Pretty much so far a once-in-a-lifetime fish. Maybe get another shot at one at some point, but it's a pretty special fish.
Kept in the tackle shop's freezer, the tail is now a good luck charm. Casey and Cole put their bait on it before big tournaments. Inspiration heads into the deep, 50 miles off Cape Lookout. Hungry dolphin are on patrol. Several pounce on the spread, putting on a show before retiring to the fish box. Find a school of dolphin, and the striped torpedoes aren't far behind. Wahoo eat most any bait, but chicken dolphin is a preferred meal. Wahoo are known to stack up underneath floating debris and weed lines, just like mahi. Today, a ballyhoo dredge with some flash does the job. Casey's been around long enough to see fishing evolve, and the circle hook is among the most positive changes.
Probably one of the biggest changes we've seen is the circle hook rules that came into effect with regard to tournaments. You have to use circle hooks in dead bait now. And when it first came out, there was a lot of resistance to it, and a lot of people didn't like it and didn't want to use it. And I think as people started using them and seeing how effective they are, and how once you hook a fish, you generally keep them hooked, and really once you learn the technique, they're easier to hook on them. What you're doing is you're hooking the fish in the mouth instead of in the gut. And you take a really hot day of fishing here, and where there might be 100 billfish caught, now you feel like the mortality rate is very small with circle hooks because you're catching them all in the mouth and you're breaking them off, and the fish are living. So I think it's had a tremendous impact.
The Wagners aren't satisfied. Not surprising for two competitive tournament anglers. So it's on. One more day offshore.
We're about 35 miles out. We'll probably end up about 45, 50 miles. A lot of times we'll stop inside here, and sometimes there's some sailfish in here and some fish right here on the break before you go off the edge here.
Another day in the blue, hoping to find more of what they found before. Bingo.
Oh yeah, it's a nice one.
Each spring and summer, as warm waters return to the mid-Atlantic, wahoo show up in large numbers on the edge of the continental shelf. They prefer structure. Rock pinnacles are most productive,
Big one.
especially one local spot known as the 200 Rocks.
That's a good one.
Back on the dock, wahoo take their rightful spot on the cleaning station. From tackle to table in 6 hours.
Welcome to the 27th Annual Governor's Cup Awards. So we've had a pretty good year. Pretty good fishing, a lot of good blue marlin fishing, especially at the beginning of the year. This is probably the closest we've ever had with 3 top boats. So anyway, I want to have Casey and Nicole and the crew, the inspiration, come up. And I'm going to present you with the Total Load Champion Point Stump and everything. I think we gotta do this.
I mean, I think the first time I went offshore, I was about 2 years old, and I think my mom was actually pregnant with me and went offshore a couple times, and I really just learned to enjoy it.
For the Wagners, fishing is a love, a lifestyle that's handed down. That's how it was for Buddy Harris. Same goes for Matthew Zook. Most people don't discover fishing on their own. It's a gift that's given to them. So, do your part. Show your sons and daughters. Places like the Crystal Coast depend on it.